Welcome, enthusiasts. Join us on a journey into the captivating realm of the cannabis plant. In this educational video, we'll cover everything from the fundamentals to practical methods a cultivator would use for controlled defoliation. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Also, please remember that this is an educational video and is for informational purposes only. Now, let's dive in. Defoliation comes from the root word foliage and is the process of removing leaves from plants. Cannabis defoliation specifically involves selectively removing leaves from a cannabis plant to improve light penetration and air circulation, which ultimately promotes better growth and higher yields. This technique helps growers optimize the plant's energy distribution, allowing the plant to focus its resources on producing larger and more potent buds. Unlike pruning, which removes branches and nodes to shape the plant and control growth, defoliation focuses on removing large leaves to improve light and air conditions. Growers choose between pruning and defoliation based on their specific cultivation goals, the growth stage of their plants, and the particular characteristics of the cannabis strains they are working with. For example, strains like OG Kush, Sour Diesel, and White Widow, which develop dense foliage and large fan leaves, can benefit significantly from defoliation. Large fan leaves require significant energy to maintain, and by removing them, the plant can redirect this energy towards the growth and development of its buds, resulting in larger, denser, and more potent flowers. Furthermore, enhancing light exposure improves the photosynthetic efficiency of the lower leaves and bud sites, allowing them to produce more energy for the plant. As a quick note, for those of us who have been out of school for a while, photosynthesis is the process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy in the form of glucose, using water and carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This is just a fancy way of saying, with fewer leaves, the plant can allocate more nutrients to the developing buds and essential growth sites, which in turn increases the potency of the plant and supports the formation of resinous and high-quality buds. Furthermore, removing the additional leaves creates better air circulation for the plant. While allowing the plant greater room to breathe, it also reduces the humidity levels, which in turn helps to prevent the growth of mold and mildew. Ultimately, a healthier plant that doesn't have to combat disease can direct more energy towards its growth potential. Defoliation also influences the plant's hormonal balance. For example, auxins, which are primarily produced in shoot tips and young leaves, are crucial for promoting cell elongation and overall growth. When leaves are removed, auxin levels drop, redirecting energy to the remaining leaves and new growth areas. Similarly, cytokinins, which promote cell division and leaf expansion, increase in the remaining parts of the plant after defoliation. This hormonal shift stimulates the growth of new shoots and leaves, helping the plant compensate for the lost foliage. Defoliation should be performed at specific stages of the cannabis plant's growth cycle to maximize benefits while minimizing stress. During the early vegetative stage, defoliation can be done to shape the plant by removing large leaves that block light to lower branches. However, it is more common for growers to wait until the mid to late vegetative stage, as the plant becomes more resilient and can handle increased defoliation. At this stage, cultivators typically remove about 20 to 30% of the large fan leaves, which helps shape the plant and promote an even canopy, preparing it for the flowering stage. It's important to defoliate gradually and not remove too many leaves at once to avoid stunting the plant's growth. During the first 3 weeks of the flowering stage, cultivators often remove around 20 to 30% of the fan leaves, similar to the vegetative stage. This selective removal targets large fan leaves that block light to the lower bud sites, ensuring the plant still has enough leaves to sustain photosynthesis and support healthy growth. The goal is to set the stage for larger, denser buds by allowing more light to reach all parts of the plant. Moving on, the mid-flowering stage, which takes place during the 4th to 6th week of the growing cycle, the plant's focus shifts heavily toward bud development. Defoliation should be done with more caution, removing only 10 to 20% of the fan leaves. The aim is to selectively remove any remaining leaves that block light from critical bud sites while minimizing stress on the plant. Over-defoliation at this stage can negatively impact bud development and reduce yields. It's essential to monitor the plant closely and ensure it's responding well to defoliation. Any further defoliation after week 6 can hinder the plant's ability to mature properly. And that wraps up our detailed guide on cannabis defoliation. By understanding the timing and techniques involved, growers can significantly improve the health and yields of their plants. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the captivating realm of cannabis defoliation. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, we would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below on what topics you'd like us to cover or any questions you might have about cannabis. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, stay curious.